Hey, welcome back to my channel. I'm Michelle Spieler. I'm a 30-year pro makeup artist. Most of you know that. This is just for people who are new here. Also, if you're new, we are the Look Good Close-Up Club. We do makeup here to look good close up to our family and friends. We don't do social media makeup here. And today, this video is going to be a little bit different. One, I'm going to try to keep it very brief. I'm really trying in the month of October to do shorter videos. I know a lot of you like my longer form, but 20 minutes is still long form. The reason why is because I just want to see if people like it better, just 20 minutes, and maybe stick to smaller subjects, and then I can always go back to more holiday makeup coming up. One of the things I'm asked the most, other than what's the best foundation and concealer for mature skin, but one of the things I'm asked the most is how to do winged liner or any eyeliner on mature hooded eyes. Now, I had hooded eyes most of my life. My mom had the big Donna Mills eyelid, and I was always so jealous of her because I had more of a hooded eye, very almond shape eyes. I had an upper bluff about, 2 years ago? 2.5 years ago, I had an upper bluff. And did I? Or was it 2023? Maybe it was a year and a half. I don't know. Anyway, my point is I had an upper bluff. So I do have a little bit more of an eyelid. And you can tell already that this eyebrow is higher than this. This eyebrow is longer and higher than this one, this is shorter right here, and it's a little bit lower. Because it's lower, can you see I'm a little bit more hooded? I'm more hooded on this eye. So I'm going to use this eye to teach, but I'm going to show you kind of the outcome on this eye, okay? And I realize some of you are far more hooded than this, but what you're going to want to keep close by when you're doing eyeliner or a winged eyeliner on a hooded mature eye is you want some micellar water. It doesn't matter what kind it is. This is my favorite, my daughter's favorite. It's a La Roche-Posay. This probably lasts a year. This is probably $17 and it probably lasts about a year. And then you want the little Q-tips that have the points. I love this side because this side is like more flat. See how it's flat? And then this side has the points. Yes, I took all my nails off. We're not going to even discuss that today. If I seem a little out of it or kind of down the news, I'm on TikTok. And so the good thing about TikTok is you get to see people, the victims of the hurricane in anywhere. I mean, Georgia, South Carolina, Florida, but really the focus right now is on Western North Carolina and Eastern Tennessee. And the video I heard right before I came on today is that they're asking for 1,000 body bags for the town of Burnsville. Burnsville is only a town of 2,000. They've already found 200 bodies. People are saying there's bodies everywhere. There's bodies piling up in the rivers. There's bodies found in trees. It's just a really hard time to be on social media because you don't want to be like, you need this, because nobody needs anything right now except helping these victims. And so I just want you to know this is not lost on me. It's a really hard time to be online. I'm an empath, so when I watch these stories, I just take it into my heart and soul, and I'm just so bogged down by it, burdened by it. I feel so burdened by this tragedy. So I'm just gonna probably for the next week be teaching more than telling you need anything, because nobody needs anything, right? Unless you're running out of something, okay? So here's what I want to start with. I think one of the best ways to learn a winged liner is to have an angled brush. It doesn't matter who makes it. There's a lot of great ones, but I find the MAC always makes the best, and they hold their shape the longest. If you can look at how nice and thin that is. Look how old this is. The brush handle's even kind of chipping apart, but this is a great brush. And I think it helps to start with a lighter shade, but I'm going to do a deeper shade just to show you so it shows up on camera. But I'm going to take this kind of black brown and see how I'm doing both sides of the brush. So I'm kind of tapping it in there. You can always tap off the excess. And now watch what we're gonna do. I like to start by just resting it right above the lash line. We have that little ridge of skin. Yes, it's a little more puckery at our age, but it's there. And I start kind of on the outer half of the eye only, okay? I'm not really good. You can take it all the way in, but I feel like most women really just want natural, pretty, to kind of enhance their lash line without looking really heavy. And already you can see we're a little bit darker here than here, okay? But I haven't winged it out yet. I'm just keeping it to the outside of the eye. But do you see, I don't know if you can see my eye, but my lashes kind of stop right here, and then my eyelid goes and connects to the lower lid. So I stop before I get to the end of the eyelid. You can see that right there. I'm gonna try to zoom in so you can see it better. But now you're gonna take the pointier side of the brush, okay? And you kind of almost want to think about aiming out to the end of your eyebrow, or at least aim towards the temple, and taking this pointy side of the brush, and you kind of have to, a lot of us, especially if we're hooded, we're gonna have to lift that a little bit. We're lifting it gently. Don't let people tell you not to lift your eye. You absolutely can lift your eye, and you should, okay? And then we're gonna start in little teeny strokes, taking it out, and then standing back and going, okay, does that look good? Now you can see it kind of looks good when my eyes open, but when I smile, look, now it went way down here and out, okay? So this is why I say keep these close by. Now, because it's just a really soft eyeshadow, I can literally scrape it off, okay? No harm, no harm, no foul. We're gonna try it again. I want you to see. Now this time I'm gonna aim it up, and it's gonna feel like you're almost going way, way up to the eyebrow. It's gonna feel like almost vertical, but it's not. Because remember, I'm lifting my eyebrow, I'm lifting that outer eye. And then now that it drops down, look at that, it's perfect. But when you're doing it, it feels like you're going like up to the eyebrow, and it feels like this doesn't feel right. But then when you let go of it and you relax your eye, look at, it's perfect. It's like the perfect wing, okay? So I'm gonna go out a little bit more, and then you can bring it back in, and you can attach it. You can even come up from the corner and go up. You can use your fingers to kind of smooth it out. And there you go, you've got this nice little wing. If you want it, this is, I'm not telling you you have to have a winged shadow. This is for the women that say, how do I do it? We're going to start with eyeshadow because it's so soft and pretty, okay? Okay, so when I'm like this, look at that, it looks pretty like, whoop. But when I'm resting my eyes and talking to you, it's like the perfect wing. Okay? And remember, when we're in person with people, we're looking sideways, we're looking down, we're looking up, we're looking at them, we're looking, you know what I mean? So you might think, well, I just did all that work and now my eyeliner doesn't show because my eye's so hooded. It doesn't show if you're looking into the mirror or the camera, but the minute you look down, around, you're talking, people can see it, I promise you. It's not the same as someone who has a big eyelid, and that's okay. This is for people who really want a wing. Now it does lift that eye a little bit, and then I'm gonna show you in a minute how we can go in and smoke it out if we want, okay? I'm gonna do the other eye now. Okay, I've moved the camera angle because I think you're gonna see this really well. Now this is my eye that's more hooded. Do you see this? It's literally pushing down. You can still see a little of my eyelid, so I am fortunate. My bluff really created more of an eyelid. But if I had a brow lift, and I didn't, but if I did, look at this. See how that hood just now was lifted? So I don't think I ever need another upper bluff. I think what I'm gonna need down the line is a brow lift, which I don't know that I'll ever do. And you know what else helps? If you Botox right here, and go back and watch my Botox video, but if you Botox right up here, it does help lift the tiniest bit. Maybe it's a millimeter, but we'll take it at our age. Okay, So I've loaded my brush, and then I'm just tapping and moving over, tapping and moving over, tapping and moving over. See that? Is that focusing on me? I don't know if it's even focusing on me. I apologize if it's not, but you get the gist, okay? And then over here, remember, this is my pointy part of the brush. I'm gonna wanna aim kind of towards the temple or the outer eyelid or the outer eyebrow. And I'm gonna take little teeny, just kind of lightly tapping it. And then I'm gonna look in the mirror, okay? And when I look in the mirror, it's, now that I'm resting, see how it's aiming down? That's okay. Take your Q-tip, and watch this, we're gonna go higher. Sometimes you have to go ridiculously high. And now that we know we need to go high, we can just go higher, like that. I'm gonna show you another thing you can do. And I did this a lot, maybe, I don't know, back in my heavy TikTok days. We're just gonna kind of take this off a little bit. It's called the bat wing. I think it kind of looks silly on a lot of people, but you can try it. Okay, so what you wanna do is you wanna look into the mirror and decide where your wing wants to be. And what you would do is you do not connect it. You just look into the mirror and decide where you want your wing to be. So I'm gonna do it right here. I want my wing right here. So you're drawing the wing first, not connected at all to your eyelid, okay? Okay, but when we do this, look, it's not really connected. So what you do is then you go down and you connect. And it works. It works if you don't mind having a bat wing. I wore it a couple times, and people in person just thought it was kind of weird. They weren't mean about it, but they were like, oh, that's really interesting, you know? And so the bat wing doesn't work for everyone. It's a very stylized look, but there I go. I have a wing on a hooded eye, and when I look down, it almost comes down a little bit. This is called the bat wing. Okay, now you can always take a little bit of eyeshadow and smoke over it, and I'm gonna show you what that looks like in a minute. And also now my wings aren't even, because this is more of like a natural wing and this is a little bit cray-cray, but I wanted to show you two different ways to do it. This is not a video today to look all polished and pretty. This is literally just to teach you how to do it, okay? So what you can do is you can take a pencil brush. Again, a lot of brands make a pencil brush, and you're going to dip it into a lighter color. So I don't want to go into this dark color. I want to go a little bit lighter. Again, this could be gray, it could be brown, it could be navy, it could be dark green. It doesn't have to be brown. It could be like a cool brown even. Okay, and now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go above where I put the darker, and I'm smoking the line so that you don't really see the line. It's gonna look nice and smoky. And then you're gonna take a little, I want you to take a small, I want you to take a small blending brush for the outer, and then watch this, looking in the mirror. Watch this. I'm gonna look in the mirror. I'm gonna go in the outer crease only, and I'm gonna kind of connect it out to this wing. And this way it's all kind of soft and smoky, okay? You just have to play with it. I need you to be your own guinea pig. I can show you what to do and what products to use, but it's up to you to practice and play, okay? And then I'm taking my original brush that I used to build up a really soft crease before I started the video, and with nothing on it, just whatever was left on it, and I'm blending all of it. And so it's a way to do a really pretty soft wing liner that lifts the eye as we age. So you could do it really soft on like that, or you could do it soft and smoky like this, where like people would have to get really close up to see that you have kind of a, I don't know, like a real soft shadowy wing, okay? Now the one more thing you could do, and I'm gonna show you this last step, and I want you to play with it. Promise me you will. Promise me you'll play with it. I want you to take a setting spray. Okay, I'm just using Charlotte Tilbury. It doesn't matter which one you use. Going back to my brush, I'm going to dip my brush in the water, and then can you see this? Do you see how down here this brown is a little more gray than up here? Because I always keep this side of the shadow dry, and then this side of the shadow is to make wet. You see that? Look at that. Do you see that little? So if I always keep that little patch for setting spray and the top dry, then you can always use it dry. So another thing you can do, of course I have fallout everywhere, is you can now do the shadow wet, but it's going to dry in a soft powdery way. It's going to give you a sharper wing, a sharper definition, but it still dries sharper than a pencil or a felt pen. You know how much I love my felt pens. I really, really love a felt pen. But felt pens just aren't practical for a lot of women, and it's also it can look very harsh. Okay, so now I've just done and what's nice about setting spray, I'm going to show you in a minute here. Let me show you. I'm going to show you right here. What's nice about setting spray see how soft that is? It's just very soft when you use shadow to create a wing. And see, I feel like my eyes are very uplifted. I like it. I'm gonna have to do it now on this side, aren't I? So I'm gonna take a little bit of this brown. I didn't do the bat wing on this side, but that's okay if I'm not totally matchy. I'm not going anywhere. I'm taking all this off, and I'm gonna go do a Mandelic peel live for my Facebook community. So you could always go, if you're on Facebook, you could always go over to my Mature Makeup Masterclass page and find me there. And, you know, obviously I'm doing it on a Friday night, so it's still going to be up. So if you want to go and watch it tomorrow, or today, I should say, because it's Saturday now that you're watching this video, you could always just go watch the replay. I always keep it on my page, and people always ask really good questions, and then you can see how I do it. I will put a link for easy ordering, but I always really stress that you do not have to shop through me. You can go right through Platinum Skincare and not use my link at all. I really show women for education. And then if you want to order from me, great. And if not, that's fine too. I don't want you to think like, first of all, Platinum doesn't even really know who I am. So it's not like they're sponsoring it. It's just such a good product. And Jennifer, the owner of Platinum Skincare, is a master esthetician, and she does the most phenomenal education I've ever seen. Okay, so there we go. So we're now a little bit more matchy. I've smoked it out. I always like the wing on this side better, but that's because I have a more lifted, wider brow bone on this side than I do on this side. See? See? Look at that. See? This side lifts a little, this side lifts a lot. So, you know, you just have to play with it. You know, the ship has sailed. We're not going to have those young, tight eyes anymore. We have to play with it. And again, I'm not suggesting this is for everyone. Okay, let me put on mascara and I'll be right back. All right, and there you go. I have on some mascara. Look from here. It just looks like I have the tiniest bit of shadow in my crease and mascara because you don't really see eyeliner, because you don't really see my eyelid. And then, of course, as we get wider, you don't really see my eyelid here, but I think that's a really cute wing. I think that's cute. I love it. I feel cutie. Try it. Try it. You won't know till you try it. And that's what micellar water and little Q-tips are for. Try it and see. Try browns, try grays, try all your favorite colors. And then you saw how I smoked it so that it looks more diffused and you don't see a sharp line. Just try it and see. You won't know till you try. And don't feel bad if it doesn't work for you. It doesn't work on every eye shape, but it can. And I showed you how to do the bat wing, but I smoked it so that you don't see the weird, like, geographic, like, you don't see the, you know, weird geometry. I don't know, whatever I'm trying to say, graphic. You don't see like a weird graphic check mark. You just, it's diffused, and I think it's pretty, and I think it can be done really, really well. Okay. I'm not posting any links today other than my Mature Makeup Masterclass, which, by the way, I will be raising the price. It's going to go up to $97. I haven't raised the price in, I don't know, a year and a half. But I'm going to be adding more videos to it, and I kept it priced low so everyone can afford it. But it's now just, it's too much good information, and it should really be like $500, but I want people to be able to afford it. And it's broken into payments. You can pay it in installments, but it's going to go up to $97. I'm not sure when. Maybe January 1st, maybe November 1st. I'm not sure yet. I'm working on some stuff, okay? But get in now, because once you're locked in at $67, you never pay another dime. I'm only adding more. And eventually down the line, I might even do a Facebook group just so that we can be community, but I have not decided that yet either. Of course, you can always put your hopes and wishes and comments today and let me know. If you are watching from the hurricane devastated areas, probably you're not, because I know cell service is lacking, but sometimes people just need an escape. From the bottom of my heart, I am just so sad and devastated at what I'm seeing. And just know that my family is helping. I'm not going to talk about why or how, but we are. And I'm trying to find more ways to help, in fact. So I'll keep everyone posted on that. But have a great weekend. You can always watch my Mandelic Peel video on my Facebook page, Mature Makeup Masterclass. Subscribe there if you're not. Subscribe here if you're not. And if you want to be part of the Look Good Close-Up Club, it simply means subscribing, showing up, engaging, because we're all getting to know each other and we all support one another. Let me know if you try this, please. I'd love to hear your feedback, or let me know if you've tried this before. Let me know if you've tried it every which way and you just can't make it work. I just would love to hear from you. But you know what? You're not a failure if you cannot wing your eyeshadow. You are not a failure if you cannot do a sharp wing. It's not for everybody. It's really not. And it also takes a certain amount of confidence to walk around with a wing on your eye all day. I can walk around 24/7 with a wing on my eye. I could wear not a stitch of makeup and do wing on my eye, and I just love it. I just love it. It's my jam. But it might not be yours, and that's okay. It doesn't mean you're a failure. It doesn't mean that you have ugly eyes. It just means it's not for everyone. Just like red lipstick. I think everyone in the world can wear a shade of red lipstick, but a lot of women say they've tried everything under the sun and they don't feel comfortable in it. They don't feel comfortable in it. It doesn't mean they can't wear it. So the most important thing is I'm not here trying to change your complete, makeup philosophy. It just might not be for you, and that's okay. We have lots of other eyeliner we can do here, okay? I hope I kept this short today. I think that's it for now. So take advantage of Mature Makeup Masterclass at $67. Go look at my Mandelic Peel. I will be back next week. I'm not sure what I'm doing yet because I just can't even really think right now. I really am just, my head is always thinking hurricane victims, towns washed away, people starting over with nothing. They have nothing. It's a lot. It's a huge burden. And I think that's it for now. I think that's it. Okay. I love you. God loves you. And I will see you next week. Bye for now.